Hey, Astro Baddies and Daddies, this is Winestrology, the podcast for the witchy and the bitchy. Hey, Astro Baddies and Daddies, this is Winestrology, the podcast for the witchy and the bitchy. I'm your host, Nicole.
And I'm Louini.
And we're doing something a little different today. We're doing something in the spirit of spooky season, a creepy little astrology related episode. Today, we're going to talk about Adam's family values.
Yeah, so if you've been tuning in for a while, we did do like a special Halloween episode a couple years ago where we talked about The Craft as our spooky season special, and we did a pretty like basic diagnostic episode on, what we thought was going on astrologically. At that point, we had only really been covering like sun signs and moon signs, etc., etc. So we did that kind of deep dive, and obviously like we added our little bit of commentary here and there just about the dynamics of the movie. And we're going to do something similar today, but obviously like our scope of knowledge for astrology has evolved since then. So we're going to get a little bit more in depth about the relationships in Adam's family values and kind of expand our discussion and just talk about a movie that we really love, that we both grew up watching.
Yeah, it was really fun rewatching it. I felt like a kid again because I forgot how much I really liked Adam's Family because I know that it was originally a 1960s sitcom. I didn't like watch it that far back. I know watching it from like the 90s. They had like a TV show on Canadian television, so I used to watch that after school. So that was really fun. And now there is that Netflix adaptation. Well, I guess it's just called Wednesday. Have you watched it?
I have watched Wednesday.
Do you like it?
I didn't watch the second season because we got rid of Netflix after they started charging up the ass. So I was like, fuck that. My dad's like, do you guys really need Netflix? Because I feel like I don't even watch it, and it's $25 a month. So you guys watching it? My sister and I were like, no. So, and then they started that stupid like household thing. So I don't live with my parents, and neither does my sister. So every time we try to watch it, like every once in a while, it would kind of figure out that you were watching from a different IP address and it'd kick you out. So we'd have to like ask our dad for the code, and it was just a hassle. So yeah, I haven't watched season 2 of Netflix. Netflix is Wednesday, but I watched the first season and I did enjoy it. I thought it was cute, fun, quirky little teenage show. I like Jenna Ortega, so yeah, it was a good watch.
Did you feel like when you watched it that there were similarities to like the movie, or do you think they kind of strayed and did their own thing?
I think that the through line of the characters stayed pretty much the same, but it definitely did its own thing by focusing more on Wednesday as the protagonist. Like, I feel like the Addams Family movies were very much like an ensemble cast, and everyone kind of had something to contribute to the storyline and to push the plot forward in some way. But, like, again, Wednesday is about Wednesday, so I missed that part of it because I did like the Addams Family because of their dynamic as a family, so it was just different.
Yeah. Rewatching it, it was just really nice to see how everybody is just so like in sync with each other but has like such unique personality traits. Like they're all so same but different from each other.
Yes. And I think that's one of my favorite things about the Addams Family is that they are creepy and weird and they're freaks and outcasts, but even though they're perceived that way, they never treat other people who are different than them that way.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
like, have you watched the first Addams Family movie, just the Addams Family.
Okay, I'm gonna say I have,
You probably have. You
but
probably
like I
don't
just
remember.
I just don't remember.
Family Values is definitely like the classic.
Yes.
Out of all of those, you know what I mean? It's kind of like how it's the sequel that got to be more popular than the initial movie. Kind of how people love and have this like undying adoration for the Terminator 2 Judgment Day versus like the original Terminator. Personally, I will go on the record and say that the Terminator is my favorite in regards to the two of them. The Terminator is a love story, okay?
Oh.
It really is. It's a love story between Sarah Connor and Kyle Reese. I will die on that hill. That is why I enjoy it. And also it just has like the classic like 80s movie tropes that I love.
Yeah.
Versus Terminator 2, I think Judgment Day came out in the 90s. 92 if I'm not mistaken. So I think within that time period it was very obvious that like the Terminator is an 80s movie and Terminator 2 is a 90s movie.
Oh, it just feels like very different in that way, right?
Yes. So I think like in the sense of nostalgia, same thing applies. Like I definitely like the Terminator, yes, because I'm a lover girl and it's a love story, but also because just like I love 80s movie making and filmmaking, and how they were doing the practical effects and all that stuff for sci-fi movies and horror movies in that era. So
Yeah.
I think that also has a thing to do with it. So I really like that aspect of the Addams Family. Like, of course, yes, we have Pugsley and Wednesday on the side trying to kill everybody that's not in their family, but they're pretty accepting people generally.
Yes, yeah. And the way that they all are so protective and they care about each other.
Yes.
It's really cute. Like I forgot like how much of like they represent such like a tight-knit family.
They love each other.
And they love each other, so it was really cute rewatching that. So yeah, if anyone has watched it or hasn't, basically we have the Addams Family, and with this one, Addams Family Values, they have a new addition to the family. It's baby Pubert. What a weird little name.
Yes. Let's do a synopsis.
Yes.
Oh my god, I wrote a synopsis. Can I read it?
Okay, yours is probably better than mine. Mine is 3 sentences. I get straight to the point.
So is mine.
Okay, tell me yours.
Okay.
We'll tell each other this.
Okay. So, my synopsis for Addams Family Values is: after welcoming their third child, Pubert, Gomez and Morticia hire Debbie Jelinski, a secretly homicidal nanny who plots to inherit the Addams family fortune by seducing Uncle Fester and murdering them all.
Oh my god, that's perfect. Mine is the movie's about the family's adjustment to the new addition of the family baby Pubert. The Morticia and Gomez decide to hire a nanny, and Uncle Fester catches feelings for the new nanny, Debbie, who is a serial killer intending to murder him for his inheritance.
Yes, she does.
It was so we'll get into what we think the signs or the placements are.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
But Fester was, I think, Fester and Pugsley were a little hard for me because even from the TV show that I watched in the 90s, Pugsley just doesn't really stand out to me, like, at all. I feel so bad.
Yes, and I think that's why I gave him the placements that I gave him.
Okay. I'm excited to see this. Okay, then. So, yeah, we're obviously going to be talking about their signs. I'm really curious to see what you said.
I tried to do a big 3 for everyone.
Oh, you did?
Everyone major, yeah.
I had difficulty, like, filling it in for some of them because, I don't know, everyone is just so unique, even though they're all just, like, creepy and, like, a little gothic. And what I did was I took what I thought they were and I compared it to what other people said, like, on the internet, and I feel like I was completely opposite of what other people said. Did you do that?
Felt that way to an extent because I
just felt like everybody's way was such a cop-out, actually.
Well, okay.
Okay,
I know it's because... I know you're going to say that because everyone was obviously like, well, obviously Wednesday is a Scorpio.
Oh my God. Everybody said Wednesday was a Scorpio, and I was like, she's not. To me, no.
I actually agree with that.
She's not. She's
No,
not.
I actually agree that Wednesday is a Scorpio.
Okay, so I'm really curious to see
Why.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
tell you why when we
Okay.
get into that.
Okay.
But everyone else I kind of disagreed with. Like, I'm sorry, Gomez is not a Taurus.
Thank you so fucking much. And
That
I was
man
like,
is a Leo.
oh, you put Leo. I
Yeah.
was half and half because I put Leo.
He's so dramatic.
He is. He definitely is. And then if I'm going to be, I don't want to like spoil things before we even introduce the wine, but
We're going to spoil the movie just so you guys know.
yeah, please.
Like-
I'm assuming that you're going into this and that you are aware of it and that maybe you've watched it. And even if you haven't watched it recently,
Have you been living under a rock?
that or that you're just familiar with the characters and this specific movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so before we get into that, let's talk about the wine because we picked out a really cool red wine. We went to this wine event that Grape Witches had last week.
Yes, it was called Drink Out, which I think is supposed to be a reference to the song Freak Out by Chic,
Oh, I didn't even pick up on
like
that.
the disco song.
Yes.
That's what I thought of immediately. So it was called Drink Out, a queer aperitivo. It was hosted by Simone, whose family owns Podere Celerio, which is an Italian vineyard, and they live in Toronto, so they had this event for Vinequity, which is an organization that supports queer and BIPOC wine education. So proceeds from sales from this event, I think it was 20% of the proceeds from the sales went towards supporting Vinequity. So we showed out. We had an invitation from one of our friends, Deanna, and we went with a few other friends. We had a lot of fun. The
Yeah.
focaccia with the truffle and the sour cream, delicious.
Oh yeah, you were definitely eating the food.
I was
yeah.
mowing that
Yeah.
focaccia. But anyway, so we picked this wine at that event, and we thought with some help, obviously,
Yes.
and we thought that would be perfect for this episode. But no uncorking this week, guys. Sorry, it's a pretty heavy red, so we opened it to let it aerate a bit before the episode.
Yeah, absolutely. So sorry about that. But if you're assuming what kind of wine we picked, obviously we picked a red. Duh. It's spooky season and they obviously just go together. So we're drinking a bottle of red. It's called Fan Fiction from Ursa Major Winery. First things first, love the name. I don't know. I'm just so annoying like that, but loved the name. And obviously we grabbed this bottle from Grape Witches, a Toronto-based wine retailer that me and Winnie do love. It's on the West End. I wish I could go more often, but it's a little bit too far out for me. So
It's close to me.
I know. So Winnie makes more trips there than I do. But if you're in the area and you're looking for a super cute wine shop, like please guys go check it out. Super cute wine bar
They
and
have
shop.
a different location too.
Yeah, they have 2 locations.
Yes, they have a newer location. Their first location obviously was on Dundas West, but they have a location at Waterworks Food Hall, which is a little bit more downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are downtown in Toronto and you don't feel like making the trip out to the West End, visit them in their Waterworks location.
Yeah, perfect. I think both locations would probably do events and a wine club as well. So it's worth checking out, especially if you want to try like super cool, fun, and like niche Toronto or Canadian wines. Like go for it. So yeah, this wine is made from a grape variety that I have not heard of. Ever. It definitely sounded French. Maréchal Foch from the Cowichan Valley. Did I say it? How would you say it? Maréchal?
No, I think it's a hard K. I think it's Maréchal Foch. Maréchal. Yeah, I don't think it's Maréchal.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, because I literally went on YouTube and I watched a woman pronounce it.
What did she say?
She said Maréchal.
See,
Bush.
because the girl who told us to pick this one pronounced it with the k sound.
Oh, so one of us, there's a 50-50 chance that.
Girl, I don't know what these French people are on.
I know. But you know what? It is a French hybrid. That's what it
Okay.
says. That's, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could be
Either or, really.
Yes, it could be either.
Yeah. But.
Fucking annoying ass French people.
Yeah. But yeah, this is from BC, the Cowichan Valley. Don't know much about this grape other than, like I said, it's a hybrid French red wine grape grown in parts of Canada. It's a deeply colored, inky wine with earthy characteristics and jammy dark fruit flavors. So for the tasting notes, I was getting a bunch of things I was not expecting for this wine, like, you know, blueberry sounds great. Then we're getting into like Swedish berries. We're getting into sea salt. We're getting into cinnamon gum.
Oh.
Yeah, so she's a little bit out there. Definitely, from what I gathered, like dark fruit flavors, juicy and spicy. But the wine, the notes of this wine definitely sound unique and kind of out there. And I think it does suit today's topic of the episode. We're talking about a weird, quirky family, so we're having like this weird, quirky wine. Also, one thing I absolutely love is that this wine has a QR code at the back of the label, so you just scan it so that it comes with a Spotify playlist. And the music was so good. I actually liked it. It had 5 songs on there. Loved that Kate Bush Wuthering Heights was on there. And there's like about 3 songs that I'm actually going to add to my Spotify liked playlist. So that was a really cute touch. I like that. It really makes the bottle feel a little bit more personalized, you know? Like
Yes, it does.
That's so unique. Like wines, bottle wines, I don't know, don't do that. I've never seen or come across another winery that does this, so this makes them really stand out to me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Like, we love that wine is considered artistic expression, but we love when people take it upon themselves to blend it with other forms of art. That's gorgeous.
I know, and when you think of like wine and you think of, well, I think of wine and like a nice charcuterie board, and then you have like the lights dim low with some candles and a really great playlist going on. If you don't know what to do, like if you're doing a night like that, you don't know what music to pick, go with the playlist on this one.
Exactly.
Yeah, the effort, we really appreciate that.
We do. It's
Yeah.
very romantic.
Okay, so let's pour it up because I'm so excited for me and Winnie to exchange
The
our
side
notes.
pairs?
Yeah, because it's either going to be like in sync or completely different.
But I'm really glad, like, I'll be really happy if we chose different things.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think that'll be more interesting than if we just agreed on everything.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's pour up. It's dark,
It is.
like really dark.
Yeah.
Cheers. Oh. It, like the
It's so
scent,
good.
the note, like on the nose, it's
It's
jammy.
definitely
It's
blueberry. It's giving blueberry yogurt.
Oh, wow.
I like it.
Oh, wow.
Wow, I think this is probably a big, bold statement, but probably my favorite wine that we have had on this season thus far.
Like the perfect amount of sweetness, just like a little bit. I know we say this like for every episode, like, oh my God, wow, amazing. No, but honestly, guys, I actually so far for this season,
I already took
as
like
of right
3
now,
gulps.
this one is, I know.
I'm
this one
already
is-
chugging it.
This one is my favorite wine so far, and like they get bonus points for that playlist that they added on the label. Oh. It definitely tastes very earthy to me. And I like that. Earthy and like fruity, dark fruit.
Yes, I'm like, this is definitely, it's like blueberries for sure, maybe plum
They said-
and sour cherry.
Oh, for the notes, on the nose they say cherry blasters and Rabina.
Rabena, it's like
Oh, it's Rabina.
Rabena is like a...
Is it like a dark, like a black currant?
Yes.
Yeah, because like I have this syrup that I buy from the grocery store that's made of that. And you just mix a little bit of it with your water or just like club soda, and you just like make like a really nice flavored juice or a soda with it.
Basically, it's like black currant syrup.
Yeah, so good.
Kind of like how cassis is like black currant liqueur, and people put that in like Car Royal and other cocktails.
Oh.
Verbena is like the non-alcoholic version.
This is so nice. And then when I swallow it, I get like this subtle little kick. Like, I don't know what it is. It's so good.
I need to stop drinking
I
this
know,
so
we're
fast.
gonna get wasted.
Yeah, like...
Guys, no, we're actually chugging this. Okay.
We-
Oh, so far. And like, this is... I don't want to say expensive, but like, she's definitely more than $40. And this is such... Like, this is worth every dollar. And this is a wine that I would gift somebody because it's just so different and unique. This is a 2024 wine. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
I'll
good.
definitely pick up another bottle. I actually really, really like it.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Okay, so I don't want to talk about this wine too much because the more I talk about it, we're going to drink it more and then we're going to be wasted.
Yeah, and then we're going to stop making sense midway through the episode. So we're going to rein it in. But yeah, guys, this is a great wine. Wow. I'm so glad we got it.
So for our characters, I just want to double go through because I covered the main characters, which would be
Yes.
Gomez, Morticia, Wednesday, Debbie, Fester, and Pugsley, which I put at the end of my list because I'm so sorry. Like, Pugsley, I couldn't even be bothered.
Oh my god.
And then now that I'm...
Because he's not a protagonist. He's definitely like a sidekick
To
secondary character, right? So yeah, like...
And then I was thinking, should I do Pubert? But I'm like... Because he's so
much.
young.
I was
it's
like,
too
we
much.
know it's summer camp. Pubert's probably a Cancer. Let's just leave it at that.
Good call.
Right?
Good call, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't think we need to go too deep into it.
But those, like, killer tendencies right out the crib. Like, I'm just like, why are you giving Aries energy? Like, you're already so fucking violent. Oh my god. And like when he was like hungover and they gave him the vodka and the egg.
Yes.
And he had the sunglasses on. Oh my god, it's so funny. Okay, so who
He
do
had
you want
fun
to
at
cover
that wedding.
first?
Okay.
Let's start with
so-
Gomez.
Okay.
Yes.
So for Gomez, I put that he is probably a Leo sun conjunct Venus with a Cancer moon and a Sag rising. So the reason I gave him Leo sun is mainly because I clocked the Venus first. And I absolutely think that Gomez is a Leo Venus.
Okay.
Because I also, in my experience, my most, like, vocally affectionate partner was my ex who has a Leo Venus. He was a Virgo sun, but Leo Venus, very devoted, very much like my girl, my girl, my girl. I love my baby, very much into like grand gestures and being super romantic and words of affirmation and all of that. So because I feel like being in love with Morticia and being Morticia's husband is such a huge part of Gomez's life and personality, I definitely think like Leo Venus conjunct a Leo sun as such a huge part of his identity makes sense to me. And I said Cancer moon because obviously he's very in touch with his emotions. He's very able to access his love for his family and his children and his wife and his brother, right? And he's very in tune with that, but his emotions are also very volatile and he's very demonstrative of them, whether they're positive or negative. Like we all saw him crashing out after Debbie and Fester got married and Fester sent them that postcard saying that, you know, he can't ever see them again.
Yeah.
And then he, like, was bedridden.
Yeah. He was so dramatic.
This
which
man
really
is
funny.
so dramatic.
Everything about Gomez is dramatic, and that's what I really like about his character. And for a second, I was like, I want to give him Leo just because of his exaggerated, dramatic, over-the-top displays of affection for his wife. But it just didn't feel right to me. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll, like, give him, like, a Leo rising. But for his son, like, he's Cancer. To me, he's Cancer. No, because not only does that man have it so down for his wife and that he worships the ground that she walks on, but he's just not afraid to show his love for his kids and his wife who comes above all and his new baby. And he's just such a family man, and he provides such emotional security for all of them, but especially Morticia. Like, her emotional needs is so important to him, especially at the beginning of the movie when she's like, I just want to join the dark forces and be part of their hellish crusade, but I don't have time for that. And he said, well, make the time for it. Like, your needs are important, right? And he's like,
And
okay,
that's
like,
why
I'm
we're
gonna do
getting
that.
a nanny.
Yeah. He cares so much for his wife, and he finds comfort in her, and he's also very romantic and very sensual. And like when you touched on before, he was so upset when Fester says that he can't see the family anymore, and he was so hurt by this. And he's just such a protective man over his baby and his family. And his moon, I had a little bit of difficulty in, because I was like, I know, like, I feel like he would have his moon in the 4th house. I feel like that would, I don't know, like, that might be too close to Cancer, but I was like, his moon sign was really hard, because I'm like, the thing too about Morticia and Gomez is that they're so in sync that I was like, her big three, like her moon and his sun, I feel like have to kind of be the same sign, because they're just so...
So you're gonna laugh when I tell you what I thought her big three were.
Okay, because I want to know, because like I just want to say right now, for Morticia, to me, immediate Cancer, Sun, Capricorn rising. That's what she gave me.
You're so funny.
Why? What did you put?
Okay. Here's what I put for Morticia. I gave her a Cap Sun with a Leo moon and a Libra rising.
Okay, so moon I had difficulty on, because first things first, again, Cancer, because I was like, no, the way that her and Gomez are just so in sync with each other, I was like, there has to be something matching there in the big three, right?
That's why I gave him the Leo sun.
And then, but Capricorn rising, she just has her shit together, and I just think she's so calm and collected, and she's also a leader in her family. They both are leaders in the family. And she's always asking, like, the deeper questions, or is just always there and has her man's back. And she has just this air of, like, wisdom about her. And I was like, I don't know. And just, like, it could be also the actor, too, as well. But the way she carries herself and portrays herself and her...
She's very regal.
Yes. And I was like, oh, my gosh, no. Like, I get Cap rising. Now, Libra, because she's fucking glam.
Yeah.
She is so glam. The aesthetics.
It's bad bitch.
It is. I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, I didn't want to give her a Libra moon, but I'm like, I definitely feel like there was Pluto in the 1st house, or maybe Pluto in the 2nd with Morticia. She is just such a fucking bad bitch. Like, I'm obsessed with her. But Cancer, Sun for sure. I was like, yes, I see it on her. Rising is a Cap moon. Cap rising. Moon, I felt I had a little bit difficulty on, because I wanted to give her a Libra. I mean, I don't want to say a Libra rising, because you gave her a Libra rising and then say Cap moon, but yeah, my moon was a little bit iffy for me on her.
Okay, so I kind of worked out, like, the way that I try to think of the sun, moon, rising placements for Morticia and Gomez were, like, in conjunction with one another, which is also why I think I gave her the the Leo moon, and him a Leo sun, because I think that the energies kind of work in tandem, because if you remember, your moon is your subconscious. It's supposed to be like what you feel at your core, even if it doesn't necessarily showcase itself. And I see Morticia as being very stoic, like looks aside and her like aesthetics aside, which I think are very Libra, because you know that like attention to detail, she's super glamorous on an everyday basis, like face beat to the gods, waist snatched, like Little Mermaid silhouette dress, like eyebrows on fleek, contour, all of that, right? So definitely, excuse me, she's somebody who very much cares about aesthetics and appreciates beauty, even though it's in a more eccentric type of way, because they do have more of like an alternative kind of aesthetic. But I do also feel like even though she is really reserved and stoic, which is what's giving me Capricorn, she is really passionate about things that she likes. And we saw them doing that tango when they went out with on a double date with Fester and Debbie. And, you know, like, I think you can tell that she is passionate, and she does, even though Gomez is a little bit more outspoken and demonstrative and like cara mia and whatever, right? She's still very receptive to that, right? So they kind of like feed each other in that way, which is why, so like, obviously that's something that she likes in him, that she finds attractive, which is why I think I thought of it as being more of like a moon thing than a sun thing. And then Capricorn, because she is very much somebody, like, we see her doing her little chores at home. She's knitting for Pubert, or she's like reading or whatever, but she's also always on top of shit. And super reserved and just methodical, you know, not in like an OCD like Virgo type of way, but just in a very like, I'm naturally efficient type of way. And also, you know, I gave Gomez the Cancer moon because he seems to me like the more nurturing of the two, because Morticia is more stoic and more like, okay, obviously I take care of the logistics of what happens in the family, and Gomez is the one who gives all of the affection, right? So that's just why I thought of it. But yeah, for me, absolutely, Gomez's sign was definitely predicated on the Venus. So I feel like whatever Venus I chose for him, I would put that in a conjunction to the sun, because I think that, you know, being a romantic is something that's very at the core of his personality. So,
and she's very receptive to it too, because again, like you were saying, she just is so like reserved, and she seems like so calm and collected, but then she does like those romantic gestures, right? Because when you, like you mentioned, when they went to the dinner, she was dancing with her man. Like, she loved that. She loved all the attention, not just on her, but her and her man. Like, she takes pride in how much
he loves her,
this power couple that they are, because they're actually so equally obsessed with each other.
They match each other's freak. Like when she's just like, you desire me still after all this time, the old ball and chain, I'll get them.
Or then I forgot what it was. Like, he made a comment, and then she was like, obviously he was flirting with her, insinuating sex, and then she's like, so tonight? And I'm like, okay, so she's got that libido, like she's
about to bounce on it.
Yes, always I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that for her. And it was just really hard because she was just so glam, and like, I wanted to say Libra, but I'm like, but how do we make it goth? Like, how do we make Libra goth a little bit? It's like,
I think Libra can be goth. I think it's just because, also think of it being more so in the details. Like, she's always like bejeweled out, you know, rings. Libras love accessories, that dress she wore when they went on the date, the bodice was like all beaded down. Details. So I think that is very Venusian, those little things. Even though, like, yes, okay, like, she wears, like, a hint of red here and there to offset the black. But it's in, I think the Libra's in the details with her clothes.
Yes,
because they are very intricate when you start to, like, look for the textures and the patterns and stuff. It's, like, nothing she wears is ever solid black. I remember the dress she wore when they went to try to get Fester to leave Debbie, and it literally same silhouette as all of her other dresses, but unlike the one that she wore to the nightclub for dinner, this one had like feathers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like there's always something a little bit different going on. Like it's never ever the same dress, even though it looks the same, like to the naked eye, but if you're paying attention, there's different things about it.
I mean, I was like, do I want to give her Venus in Libra maybe, but
that would also make sense,
right? But I was like, I feel like she has like just that intensity that she has, like she has like Pluto in the first house. But I'm also thinking about Cap rising or just a Capricorn somewhere in her big three, because I put, spoiler alert, I put Cap somewhere in Wednesday's big three too as well, because Wednesday I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but like there is like this emulation that she has of her mom. Like I just feel like she's like looks up to her mother, or just is like kind of in tune with her mom.
You're so funny, because I interpreted it the same way as you, but what I said was different.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious, like what did you put as Wednesday's sun? Because I did not put Scorpio there at all.
I put Scorpio.
You put fucking Scorpio?
Listen.
Can I tell you what I think of hers is?
Yes.
Aquarius.
You're funny.
I think she's
Do you want to
Aquarius
know what my big three for
okay,
is? I gave Wednesday a Scorpio sun with an Aquarius moon and a Cancer rising.
Oh, I did Aquarius sun with Cap rising, Cap moon.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like, okay, if we talk about the movie chronologically for a bit, after Debbie came to take care of Pubert, you know, everyone liked her. Like, Grandmama liked her. Pugsley was kind of, like, indifferent because, like you said, he's always just there. Gomez and Morticia loved her. And obviously, Fester was fucking sprung from day one. Like, he saw
Fester's
them titties.
Such a fucking creep, but, like, in, like, the most entertaining way. I'm not gonna jump because, like...
He saw those titties and was, like, absolutely...
Yes.
Dumbstruck.
Yeah.
So, I loved the fact, like, first of all, Wednesday is an extremely intelligent young lady. But what struck me in her case was, like, she was immediately suspicious of Debbie. Like, she clocked her tea from day one. She's like, what kind of nanny are you?
Yeah.
Why are you really here? Are you here for my uncle? Like, she knew a gold-digging ass whore when she saw one. No offense, Debbie. We love Debbie.
Yeah, we actually...
Bad bitch.
Yeah, she is a bad bitch.
But she clocked her tea from day one. She's like, nah. She was suspicious right away. And then she made sure that she, you know, gathered the troops, got Pugsley, her little sidekick / minion, to be in here helping her do some snooping and being like, okay, like, we need to figure out what this bitch's deal is. Who are you? Why are you here? We need the tea. So that's the reason, because I find that she's very intuitive, but she's also very observant. So those are two things that intuition, I kind of always associate with water signs, because I feel like they always have this gut feeling But depending on how that manifests in the chart and how it aspects other planets, it's not always something that they can follow up on. And I feel like the reason why Wednesday's intuition is so strong is because she's also very observant. And she could just tell by kind of watching Debbie, that's like, okay, like you're putting up a good front, but there's still something about you that I don't trust.
Yeah.
Which is why I gave her the Aquarius moon, because I feel like Aquarius is a sign that because they have an easier time detaching, they can really tap into their intuition if they have a heightened intuition, like in a Scorpio or a Pisces type of way, because they can kind of see, like, okay, I'm having this gut feeling that I can't really explain, so now I know to look out for behavior that can maybe corroborate what that feeling is.
Yeah.
So the reason I also gave her a Cancer rising, because I was debating on Cancer versus Pisces, and I decided on Pisces, not Pisces, because I gave the Pisces rising to someone else. But I gave her a Cancer rising because I do think that she is definitely somebody who is very intuitive. And I wanted, because I gave her an Aquarius moon, her ruling planet would be her moon in Aquarius. And I think that it makes complete sense for someone who's kind of paranoid and suspicious, instinctively, Scorpio-like she is, to have a heightened intuition but still have a logical way of dealing with those feelings.
Yeah.
Which is what I think the moon in Aquarius would give her in that case. And also because I do feel like even though there's a lot of adoration that she has for her mother, there's also a little bit of tension there. So I feel like her mom's sun opposing her rising sign makes sense.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't know, I'm so annoying. I'm like, I don't want to go for the obvious answer and do Scorpio.
I didn't want to either, girl.
It felt
really,
wrong?
Yeah, I'm like, everyone's like, she's a Scorpio. I'm like, why? Because she's
wearing all black,
obsessed with murdering and,
Yeah.
But it's like, of course she fucking was suspicious of Debbie.
Yes.
The first person to suspect somebody for anything is always a fucking Scorpio.
Yep. But it's just funny that you say that too, because okay, so with Wednesday, again, like I said, I'm like, I don't want to give her Scorpio because I feel like it's too on the nose and it's too obvious. And I understand why people gave that to her, because she definitely has the qualities of a Scorpio in the sense where she's like very dark, she's gothic, she's moody, wears all black, and gives off like this intimidating intensity.
But the same thing, way you just said that, it makes me understand why you think she's a Capricorn.
Yeah, because she's very deeply protective of her family, and she comes off very apathetic, but Wednesday is obviously a rebel, and she's kind of a fucking troll. Like, the way she fucks with people and kind of leads them on, I love that about her. She's always in control. She's a little bit of an instigator. And it's funny because I was like, okay, like Scorpio, because it's pretty obvious that even though she comes off very detached and cold, that she is slightly jealous of the new baby.
Yes.
And it's clear that also the dynamic between her and Pugsley is so interesting. I was like, I didn't know what to add for Pugsley, because I'm like, there is like this weird dynamic between her and her brother. Like, she's clearly in charge of her brother.
Yes.
She runs him.
Yes.
Like, she does. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's giving Capricorn. Like, it's giving Capricorn being a fucking bully, you know?
I think she's bullying him.
No, not a bully, but very, like, controlling.
That's so funny.
And like you said, she's very suspicious and she catches on really quick to Debbie. So she is intuitive, but I don't know, she's really smart, and she approached it in like a logical way that you mentioned. And that's why I was like, wanted to kind of give her that Cap Moon or that Cap Rising. She doesn't like being told what to do, and she's a very independent thinker. So I was like, Aquarius. Also, okay, the reason why I was like, no, she's a fucking Aquarius sun is because when they were at Camp Chippewa, okay, and she was forced to play Pocahontas in the Turkey Day play. Wednesday, being the fucking troll that she is like, yeah, absolutely. I want to be one of you guys.
When she tried to smile.
She tried to smile.
And everyone was like...
and she pretends that she has officially been converted to a normie. So when she comes on stage and it's her part and it's time for her to say her line, she obviously banded together with these children that were outcasts.
The outcast children.
Yeah, the misfits. And
The
they
misfits.
take over. The misfit children that the fucking camp leader was basically fucking racist towards.
Thank you. In my notes, I was like, Debbie got Wednesday and Pugsley out of the way by getting Gomez and Morticia to send them to Camp Chippewa, which was run by Martin and Becky, two bigoted white supremacists in a
Yes.
lavender marriage, because you know Martin's gay as hell.
No. Actually, I was like, and Wednesday clocked that. She looked at that and was like, yeah, I see what the fuck is happening here. So she takes over the play. She bands together with her and the other misfit children. They destroy the fucking entire set. And then when she makes a speech where she talks about the dark history of Thanksgiving and how it has deeply affected Indigenous people.
And I was like,
I was
why
like,
is Pocahontas in Thanksgiving? I'm so confused.
exactly. So
I was
that's
like,
not
this
even
is
correct.
racist nonsense.
Exactly. And I was like, no, like, Wednesday saw that, and she was like, fuck that, I'm for the fucking people. I'm for the people that are the outs. I was like, no, you don't fucking treat them like that. She clocked how fucking racist they were. So
dead.
when I saw that, and she created this little mini uprising, I was like, she's a fucking Aquarius sun. She has to be.
Sidebar,
Yeah.
what do we think Amanda Buckman's sign is?
Oh, fuck. I didn't even think about Amanda. She's such a kiss ass.
Yes.
Wears all pink, blonde,
She's a blonde.
a fucking Libra. No, I can't help it, but I'm just like, I don't know. Like, she's such a fucking goody two-shoes, and she's always just like, on everybody's shit and being like, Miss, I saw them running off. And I'm like,
Do you want to know what I wrote for her?
what did you put? Gemini?
Virgo.
Huh?
Virgo.
Oh my god! But the way she just so wants to be a part of her fucking community and be the best in it, I'm like,
Yeah, but only to be a part of the status quo.
yes. Oh my god, it was so hard. She was so triggering.
She was
I
so
hated
fucking
her.
annoying. She literally reminded us of half the bitches we went to high school with.
Yes. I loved the scene where, again, Wednesday is just fucking with people. Whether she was telling the truth or not, when she's like, okay, she becomes partners with Amanda, and Amanda's like, help, I'm drowning. And then she goes underwater, and they're all looking
She's
at Wednesday.
like,
She's like, I can't swim.
swim.
Yeah. She's like, leave the bitch there.
She's just like, I'll be the victim all your life.
Like, the way she fucking just talks back to people. And that, when Wednesday took over that play, it was revenge, but not in, like, this emotional way where she's like, I want them all to fucking burn to the ground. She's like, no, like,
She's like,
we're gonna take care of these people. You don't treat these children like that just because she wears glasses.
She's like,
as if you could be that mean to her.
We're gonna set things right.
And when she
An
had
eye for an eye.
yeah, and when she just wanted to. She didn't like the inequality that she saw, but also Cap Moon, because I'm like, you like little Joe, you like how awkward and weird he is, but you're in denial of your feelings for him.
No, I think she knew she liked him.
But when he showed up and he was emulating her dad, and she's
With
like,
the
disgusting.
mustache?
I know.
She's like, ew.
She's like, 7th grade, how dare it get in the way of us and our love, and they did the little kiss.
I'm rooting for her and Joel.
Yeah, they were really fucking cute. But yeah, I was like, I know, I get why people would say that she's a Scorpio. So I was like, she either has Sun in the 8th house or she has Pluto on her ascendant. So, but yeah, I'm sticking with Aquarius Sun. Wednesday cares about the people.
I love how we like literally did the same thing for everyone, but
Yeah,
like
we kind of switched up a little bit.
inversed everything. Okay, do we even want to bother with Pugsley? Like,
I don't know. I didn't know what to say about Pugsley. Pugsley was really hard because, again, this weird sibling dynamic that's happening between him and Wednesday. I was like, do I want to put Gemini somewhere in there?
I put Gemini Sun.
But then I also want to put Pisces.
I gave Aries Moon.
Aries Moon? I wasn't expecting that.
Because he's so fucking violent.
Good call.
He loves chaos. That's why he goes along with everything that Wednesday does. He's like, okay, like...
He likes being told what to do. Let's stab. Let's kill the baby. Great. Okay. I'm on board.
He's like, oh, I get to do violence? Sign me the fuck up.
It's funny because some people were like, he's an Aries Sun. And I was like, I know the violence is there, but the personality isn't.
He's too agreeable to be an Aries. No offense.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. I'm like, so we have the violence there. We have that he's tagging along, but he's not a fucking leader.
No,
like, he isn't.
So it's the Aries Moon craves violence, but he is fine to just be his sister's little lap dog. No offense, Pugsley. Sorry.
Yeah, and then the way that Wednesday is also runs him, but she's also very protective about him. I'm like, okay, so you're not confrontational.
No.
You get fucking pushed around. You're kind of a sidekick. I'm getting some Pisces energy from there.
You know who I think is like a complete Pisces?
Big three fester.
Yeah.
Yes, bitch, me too.
I put Pisces Sun and
I'm like, yo,
Moon.
bitch ass.
Oh.
Pisces rising, Pisces sun, Pisces moon. But the thing is too, is the reason I also put Pisces is because it's really common to sometimes see families where they share a sign somewhere in the big three, like it shows up, right? Like, for example, like I think of me where I'm just like, yeah, I'm an Aries sun and my sister's a Leo sun, but my dad is a Capricorn, so I have a Cap moon and rising, and my mom is a Sagittarius, and Chanel has a Sag moon. So sometimes I think about how families.
Oh yes, my mom has my grandma's moon sign.
Oh,
my sister and I both got my dad's moon sign.
That is crazy. Yeah, see, so sometimes it shows up. So I'm like, again, I do think there's a lot of water in this family.
Yes.
And the way they're so emotionally attached to each other. And I think maybe just based off the shows, I mean, like, they're all homebodies too as well. Like, they just want to stay in their dark, creepy cave. Well, I don't want to, like, I'm just saying that, but, like, a part of me is like, also, it's kind of low-key a vibe.
It's
like,
very endearing.
Yes, it is. And the way they just all are so protective of each other, and they're like, nothing comes between us and this family. I'm like, they all have to have water, you know what I mean? But yeah, Pugsley, I mean, I agree with the Aries moon, but boy,
like, he craves chaos, but like, he doesn't have the nuts to be the one to like incite it.
Yes. And also, I wanted to give him like a Pisces rising, but the thing too about Pugsley is like, everybody has their own distinct style. And Pugsley's style is so lazy to me. Just, you know what I mean? I don't know. Everybody is so aesthetically pleasing in their own dark way, except for Pugsley. I don't know why I'm being so fucking hard on him. Sorry, I don't know why. I'm being so hard on him, but there's something about him that I can't.
He's just kind of inconsequential, is all.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just there.
Yeah.
He's not a leader. He's definitely a follower.
Absolutely.
You know? But Debbie was one of my favorite characters.
Wait,
by Pugsley.
You just skipped Uncle Fester.
Oh, I was gonna leave Uncle Fester for last, but you know what? Let's do Uncle Fester now.
I want to leave Debbie for last because she's the most interesting one.
She is. I really like Debbie.
I gave Fester a Pisces sun and moon.
Okay, but what'd you give her his rising?
Taurus.
Really? Why?
Because he has no neck.
Metaphorically and literally built like a bull. Fucking cat. But
That's
I mean,
not all.
Okay. Tell me.
I also gave him, like, obviously, I feel like there's a lot of Neptune at work here.
Oh my god, yes.
Because which is why he's so fucking delusional.
He thinks being Delulu is a Salulu, but it's not. But it's just funny because the signs were all there, and he didn't even fucking look at it because he just had
Even
this.
when she told his ass, like, I want you dead and I want your money.
He's giggling.
And he's like, she's like, really, pumpkin? Are you serious, pumpkin?
But he is also, has like this naive, innocent, but also immature, childlike view about him. Because I'm like, why are you on the date and you're putting breadsticks in your fucking nose?
I can't.
The breadsticks triggered me, bitch. The breadsticks. I'm like, I'm fucking done. And every time he looked at her, he's like, he was looking down. I'm like, oh my god. I know, but Pisces. I'm like, I don't know. Like, he's a. Let's talk about the fact that man is a virgin. But yeah, you know what? The Taurus rising could make sense because in the day he got money. He got that money. He got that coin.
And that means he has Scorpio on the descendant. So obviously
Yes,
he thinks
bitch.
being abused by his spouse is normal.
Yes.
It's like, she's trying to kill me. She must really love me.
But the fact that, like, I was like, so either he has his moon or his Venus, something's happening, either conjunct with Neptune, or there's some shit happening in the 12th house. Because I'm just like...
Do you want to know what I think it is?
What?
I think... Debbie, let's get this out of the way. Debbie's a Taurus.
Oh.
She's a Taurus. Very clearly to me. Especially at the end where she has the whole family captive and she's explaining why she started killing people. Because her parents didn't give her ballerina Barbie.
Yeah, that poor woman got Malibu Barbie.
She did not want Malibu Barbie. Debbie, no Mercedes this year. What do you mean I can't have a fucking Mercedes?
See, that was so hard. Debbie was hard for me because I was like, she's so money hungry and driven. And I'm like, it's giving like Libra or Leo. But when she was having that confession, she was talking about, she's like, I'm human too. Like, I just wanted to be loved. And I was like, I'm like, I couldn't pinpoint if her moon was Pisces or Cancer. Because I'm like, I think it could be Pisces. I want to fucking say Pisces because Pisces is fucking delusional.
I gave her a Pisces rising.
Oh, because her aesthetics.
Because of the pastels.
The fucking outfits were so fucking on point. Even the way she curated. Oh, okay, here we go. Whitney's just like, pour up, bitch.
Need more wine for this.
But yeah, Fester, definitely, back to Fester. I just want to say, he definitely has some 12th house shit happening there. Because I'm like, she was also ashamed of him. I don't want to... Okay, so... she was ashamed of him. And she was like...
She got him that fucking coconut head ass wig. She's like top touching it until the scabs heal.
And the fucking outfits. And
that fucking turtleneck when he has no fucking
blazer.
neck.
Yes.
I can't.
But he's also, he's so out of touch with reality a little bit because the movie starts off where even though he loves his family, he's not physically with them. Like, he's literally on the roof howling. Who are you talking to, boo? So
the wolf.
Yeah, but I'm like, where are they at? Like, why are you not inside? But yeah, so he is affectionate and sensitive and romantic, but also is like this isolation and this delusion. Like, the way this man is so delusional, like the way he is such a hopeless romantic and doesn't see things for the way that they are. I'm like, you're fucking Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, done. You're fucking annoying. But I did feel bad for him because he's just kind of pathetic.
Yeah.
You know? He has to have some 8th house shit happening. Because a lot of 8th house, the 8th house that I'm talking about with Debbie.
Thank you.
Because, guys, remember, 8th house is all about other people's finances and money. And Debbie was smart enough to get away with this multiple times. She was a fucking serial killer.
But that's also why I gave Debbie a Pisces rising because her 8th house is in Libra. So she uses her feminine wiles.
Yes.
And basically her source of income is being a husband killer. Inheritances. Even though, I also gave her... Okay, sorry to make this a little bit personal, but I was like, this is definitely giving wanting money and then always furiously spending it. It's definitely giving Taurus with Aries Venus or vice versa, because how are you on your 3rd wealthy husband that you're gonna kill and you're broke?
Yeah, and you
what
have
the
no
hell
money.
are you spending this money on? You're sitting out here, trying to nab your next rich husband with fucking $2 bills and some pennies on a dresser.
Yes.
What happened to all your other husband's money?
See, the thing is, I also want to give her either a Libra sun or a rising, because the thing about her is that it also shows that, so first things first, she has sex appeal, but in a different way, right? Not the little black dress or the little white dress. Red dress. She's blonde, she wears white, she has pink nails, she is just so put together. I love how every time you saw her in an outfit...
She's an illusion.
Yes. She has the lavender, she has the mint, the baby pink, the outfits.
The pastels, honey.
But it also shows how she's a fucking narcissist, because she's like, oh, there's a TV segment about serial killers and it's me? Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And she is watching with such pride that she's gotten away with it.
That's right. What were the names? It was like Carmen.
Yes, the different identities.
Yeah. Ursula.
Some people are like, she's a Gemini. I was like, stop. That's 2 on the fucking nose.
I actually gave her a Gemini moon.
Oh, you did?
I was torn between Virgo and Gemini because also, like, all the research that she was doing on...
Very analytical.
Yes. So I was like,
oriented,
I wrote Virgo moon, but I'm like, it could also be Gemini, with the homicidal tendencies and stuff. I was like, we know that fucking mutable signs love to be out here killing folks. So...
The thing, too, with her is, like... So, to talk about the money, I was like... There has to be some sort of a negative aspect happening between like Neptune and Venus, because Venus is money, but Neptune is all about illusion, and sometimes Neptune causes people to be really irresponsible in the sense where, especially if you have like a Neptune aspecting your Venus, you think that the money that you are getting is boundless. You think it's never ending and you don't know how to be smart with it. And then one day you wake up, you're like, I have nothing. So she's going on to the next fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Fester. But that's also why I gave her a Pisces rising again, because I do think that they have some synastry that makes it very difficult for him to see her for who she is.
Yeah.
Even though she's like blatantly telling you, like, I just dropped this fucking boombox in your bathwater. Yeah. Why aren't you dying?
Yes. She's also super dramatic.
Like him.
Yeah, super dramatic, and she is really fucking feisty. Like, eventually she gets annoyed that she can't get rid of him. And I was like... But then she's so dramatic, and even in the end, when she's trying to kill them, she's like, I just want everyone to know the story of me. And I'm like, girl, you got Leo energy happening here, because you're just like, I want everyone to know that I am human and I just want to be loved too. And I'm like, okay, so...
I mean, you can be if you stop fucking killing people.
Right?
Like, what?
I know, I'm really annoying. I kept bouncing back and forth because I was like, ooh, do I want to give her a Capricorn rising too as well? Because she was like, don't I deserve love and jewelry? I'm like, how fucking materialistic she is. So, I mean, like, Leo moon, just because she's just so fucking dramatic and so fiery, and the way she was getting kind of sloppy, and she was like, he needs to get the fuck out of here. Like, that impatient, fiery energy that was happening. But I'm like, the way she's just such a narcissist. And I was like, a Libra sun. Like, it was just that the rising I had trouble with, because I'm like, do I want to give her Pisces or do I want to give her Cancer?
I gave her Pisces because of the pastels.
But that, yes, her
I was like,
outfits were so good.
The outfits are very much like, and she knows, you know, like, Fester's never been married, because we saw the segment on her and her, like, aliases when she was the Black Widow, you know what I mean? Like, she looked very different for each husband.
Yes.
So, she obviously did her research. Fester is a bachelor, never been married, you know. She's like, Fester, I'm a virgin. He's like, what's that?
Never experienced physical love.
Yeah, so she knew what she was doing, you know, all, like, blonde and, like, white chiffon and cleavage and pink nails and pink lipstick and breathy voice, you know,
yes.
like, obviously that's going to appeal to him because he's never had a woman before, so he probably has a very, you know, innocent idea of, like, what a good woman is like, right? So she did what she had to do. She's just like Neptune, you know, ruling over Pisces, her being able to tap in to creating an illusion of who she is and relying on that to get her man.
But you said something about Virgo. Which one did you think was Virgo again?
Her moon. I was like Virgo moon or Gemini moon, just because of her ability to, like, do her research and get the background scoop on all of her mercs before she goes after them. Yeah. That's why I thought it was Virgo. But
because Earth signs have the work. They have the detail orientation.
She's super fucking erratic, which was why I was also like, could be Gemini, because you really never know with those bitches.
yeah. But the Earth sign I see sense too, because there's just a lot of work and research and just, like, having the motivation to just go through with it. There's, like, a lot of people who sometimes are like, I want to do this, but they don't know how to properly execute it. But Virgo energy just sees things through to the ends. Like, they're like, if I want something done, I'm going to fucking do it. It takes a lot of fucking work to take on all these identities and do all that research, like you were saying. So I could see the Virgo moon because the fucking work that goes into it, the time and the energy.
Like, she's, you know, she is somebody who, she wants an easy life, but she's willing to work for it, if that makes sense.
Just in a different way.
I'm sure killing someone's entire family is a lot of work.
But it's funny too, because I'm like, do I want to make Scorpio the ruler of her 7th house? Because she, again, 8th house rules other people's finances and money. And so not only does she have a lot of sexual energy, clearly, and she's very seductive, but she's benefiting financially through marriage and, like, inheriting those resources through marriage, you know? So I'm like, okay, like, do I want to do that? I'm like, she obviously has to have some, like, 8th house shit happening, because joint finances and unearned income. I know! And other people's money. I'm like, there has to be some 8th house shit happening, because she's manipulative, she seduces men and kills them for their money. And it seems that, like, obviously she's very fucking spoiled. So again, back on the Leo moon, I'm like, you're a spoiled little brat.
Is spoiled.
Yes.
Like, bitch, just keep your Malibu Barbie and shut up.
If she didn't get any attention or any of her desires, she felt unloved. So it was weird, because in the end, she knew she wasn't perfect, and it was such a weird way for her to pity herself in the end. When she was like, I just want love too. I'm like, okay, so...
but Fester loves you.
He has no...
Why are you looking at me like that?
But he has no neck.
Oh my god, speaking of no neck, the scene when they were getting married and he was reading his vows fried me so bad, because the way she was looking at him with this, like, latent disgust.
Yeah. And when it came
Under
for her
her
time,
veil,
she's like,
she's
ditto.
Like under her veil, he's like, I told you I would do anything. I would die for you. And she's like,
Promise.
promise. Would you die for me? Yes. Promise.
But she also, I guess she didn't do, well, I mean, you can't find this research, but I had to look, and I totally forgot about this, but I guess Fester, like, generates, like, electricity. Like, his little trick was that, like, throughout the show, too, as well, his trick was that he was able to put a light bulb in his mouth, and it was able to flicker.
Yes.
Yes, and then you kind of see that in the movie.
bath.
In the bath. So I'm like, oh, girl.
I was like, wrong tactic. Should have just poisoned him the old-fashioned way.
I wonder if he has, like, some sort of, like, Jupiter or, like, some weird, like, something in his birth chart where it's, like, the fact that this man kept missing death, like, this divine intervention, like, what's happening?
I'm pretty sure the Adams... I don't know where I read this or heard this, but I'm pretty sure they're, like, immortal.
Mm?
Yeah, so she was never going to be able to kill him.
Fuck, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, like, she fucked with the wrong one. She should have just married his ass and, like, you know, he's a virgin. He doesn't know what the fuck sex is. You could have just put your fucking fist in his mouth and be like, that's sex.
Yes, because even when she was like, so if you'd ever had sex before, how do you not know that we're not doing it right now? You know what I mean? He was really annoying, but...
And clingy.
Clingy, but
I bet you his ass has a Pisces Venus, too.
Yeah. So he has a Pisces stellium.
Yeah. Just, like, fully delusional.
But he's so easily manipulated and...
he's like a child.
Yes, like that air of innocence about him where he's so naive and knows fucking nothing. I'm like, girl, you could have just kept your mouth shut.
When Morticia was like, you have Fester under some strange sexual spell. I respect that.
Yeah. Do you think he likes me? Of course. He vomited.
Does he do that with every girl? No, just you.
So yeah, I'm like, you could have just kept your mouth shut. And I'm like, you're living in this beautiful house and he was cooking you dinner.
Oh my god. I love that tacky ass house.
Oh my god. To me, that wasn't tacky. I was like, this is amazing.
Right, it was like, she is living.
It was so, oh my god, she was so nice. I love the way she styled it and everything.
Yes.
So yeah, she knows how to decorate. She knows how to decorate.
Okay, like, we saw the outfits, like, honey, she has taste.
Yes, she does.
Snatched. That one, like, murdering outfit, that off-the-shoulder, like, sweater with the cleavage and the pencil skirt.
Yeah.
And the fucking, like, chiffon scarf or whatever that is.
And she's practicing in the car.
Officer, my husband was in that house.
Yeah, and she's so materialistic, too, because I remember when she was, like, getting mad at the movers, and she's like, all of this stuff is from catalogs. Be careful with that. And he's like, honey, she's like, what now? Like, she was getting so fucking annoyed with him.
Give me a kiss. Give me a 20.
And he's actually looking for the 20.
He's like, fuck it, my wallet.
Oh, my God.
Left my wallet in the car.
I was, like, sad to, like, obviously see her go, because she was actually such a funny character to me.
She was so funny. She's my favorite character in the movie. I don't care what anybody says.
But when she died and all that was left of her was dust and Visa cards, I'm like, oh my god. That's why the money was just, like, giving Earth. It was just so hard to, like, pinpoint.
That's why I think she's a Taurus. I was like, no one is that materialistic, and she clearly relates to, like, money equals security equals love.
That makes sense. Because if I want to give her a Scorpio's descendant, then Taurus rising. Taurus ascendant. Because I'm like, just like the money and the drive and the attention to detail, I'm like, there has to be Earth in there. There has to be Earth. But she just also gives me Leo and Libra. And then also Pisces.
I love how it's the bad parts of her that you think are Leo and Libra? Well, she's narcissistic, so she has to be a Leo. Or
Yeah, sorry. The way she's just in bed, she's like, just like eating fucking chocolates and like watching this fucking case about her, and she's eating it up because it doesn't matter how bad it is. It's attention either way. You know what I mean?
When they did the fucking playing cards, like, you know, the collectibles, Joel got the package and it was like the serial killer deck.
Yes, yeah.
And then, like, the Black Widow, and it's obviously Debbie, but you can't, it was kind of like grainy and dark so you couldn't see it. And he's like, I'll trade you. And he's like, for who? And Pugsley's like, Amy Fisher. I'm like, don't do Amy Fisher like this. But that was such a 90s joke.
Yes, yeah.
Do you know who Amy Fisher is?
I know that she's a killer, obviously.
She didn't actually kill anybody.
She didn't. Okay,
No.
So I've definitely heard of the name, but I don't think I know, like, definitely don't know much about her. I was actually gonna, like, do research on her after, just because I was like, oh, wait.
Listen to the You're Wrong About episode about her.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So basically...
Is that when Michael was still on the show?
Yes.
Okay.
Amy Fisher was deemed by the media as the Long Island Lolita because she was having an affair with a married man named Joey Buttafuoco, and she shot his wife in the head.
Oh.
Yes.
He did.
She did.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Yes. And she was like, what? She was a teenager. Literally.
Oh.
She was like 17 or 18 when this happened. And the media dubbed her the Long Island Lolita, obviously trying to insinuate that she, like, seduced this man and then tried to kill his wife. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, Mary Jo, which is the wife's name, did not die. In fact, they're all still alive today. But there was, like, this was a big news story when it broke. And I believe it was, like, in the early 90s when this happened.
Oh, my God.
And, yeah, she kind of became the butt of many jokes during those news cycles. But, yeah, her story is interesting. But, yeah, the episode of You're Wrong About on her case was really good.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, because I actually did want to learn about, I don't know, like, when I heard her name, I'm like, it piqued my interest. I'm like, it sounds familiar, but I feel like I don't know much about her. But obviously she might be a killer if she's in the fucking serial killer part pack thing that
that's why I'm like, okay, well, that's not even funny because Mary Jo survived, so technically Amy didn't even kill anybody.
But, yeah, that's true. So I'm definitely gonna listen to the episode after because yeah, I was like, this sounds fucking interesting. But yeah, so then I guess end of movie, the nanny dies and Fester's reunited with his family.
Yes. Oh my God, I just realized we didn't even do Joel's. Do you care about Joel?
I didn't, but tell me what you think he is.
I was like Cancer, Sun, Virgo, Moon.
Because
he also...
Because he has glasses. Sorry.
No! Because he's very obviously, like, the sensitive kid who has all the allergies, is in a little bit of a wimp.
The allergies, like, kill me. I don't know why.
But also, like, is very, you know, devoted and pays attention to detail and is doing interesting, is taking interest in Wednesday by, like, learning about things that she likes and she wants to do, and clearly thrives on acts of service.
Yes.
And wants to be there for her in that way. That's what was giving me the Virgo moon. But Cancer, just, like, you know, kind of sensitive, wimpy kid.
And the way that when he showed up to the house at the end with the family and he cosplayed as Gomez for Wednesday, the fact that he
when they kissed each other and then wiped their mouths after, it killed me.
And the fact that he was willing to kind of, like, adjust to Wednesday's family aesthetic or whatever their vibe
Yes.
is very water sign to me.
Yes, he's
The
like,
fact that he's like, I'm going to tweak myself for her if this is what she likes.
it's giving mutable sign for sure.
Yes,
It's like,
absolutely.
I'm going to become whatever brings me closer to my Karamia.
Yeah. But he's also just clearly is really socially awkward, and he's aware that he's a little bit of an outcast. And I
I
think
don't think
that's
he minds though.
no, he doesn't mind, but I think that is also why I was thinking when I did see him, I was like, could he be an Aquarius too as well?
I give him Aquarius rising.
Yeah, and that's why like him and Wednesday kind of hit it off because like they know that they're different and they're okay with it, and then they kind of come together, and then he helps her with this little Turkey Day uprising, and she does her speech, you know.
When she asks him to the wedding, that scene was so cute. They're like sitting on the bench together and they're like on opposite ends.
Yeah.
And then she invites him to Uncle Fester's
Yeah.
wedding and she like
Scoots
just
over.
scoots over to be closer to him. I was like, okay, that's fucking cute.
Like it was adorable. So, but yeah, he was actually a really adorable character, but I'm like I got bigger fish to fry, so I got I gotta look at Debbie.
Debbie.
Debbie by far was my favorite character in this
Same.
movie, and then obviously Morticia.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're very different but the same. And I felt really sad because Morticia, in the end, you know, before she died, she was like, you were a part of the family. Like, we welcomed you with open arms because we thought that you were lovely and, you know, a little bit weird. I got over the pastel thing,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, the way
he's
that
like, we did love you.
yes, yes. And that's why again, like Cancer energy for her to be like so forgiving and just be like, yeah, like we accepted you, like we actually liked you. And when she was Debbie was telling her story about how she didn't get the right Barbie, they're like, we're so sorry. Like they actually felt
like,
for her.
Malibu Barbie, how could they?
They actually felt for her.
No
so,
new Mercedes.
how
No
dare
time
they.
for Debbie.
The way, yeah,
Even
and again,
Grandmama with like,
again, Leo energy, where she was like, I didn't fucking get what I wanted, so I'm burning this bitch to the ground. I'm like, girl, what the fuck? That was fucking hilarious. The next slide, yeah, the way this girl went out of a way to create a slide and just like, I want you guys to all see.
she's like, I made a PowerPoint
About
justifying
me.
all of my crimes.
Yeah. And I did nothing wrong. I just want love
And money.
jewelry.
Yes, and jewelry.
Oh my fucking god. But yeah, that was actually a really cute movie. Apparently there's a third one.
Ugh, I didn't like that one.
Is it called Reunion?
Yes.
How bad is it? Let me look this up.
Listen, R.I.P. Raul Julia. I think just knowing that none of the original cast, aside from like Thing and Lurch, reprised their roles, put me off. And I've actually never seen this movie in its entirety. So I can't really tell you.
Oh my god, yeah.
But I know that I saw it on TV a bunch of times. It was always on cable growing up, and I never watched it all the way through because nobody in the cast really did the original actors justice in terms of their portrayals, so I never
Like looking
bothered.
at the poster, I know it's supposed to be a comedy show, but this one feels just like the poster just feels so much more
It's like a parody almost.
It feels more comedic, more of a parody, especially with Fester. Why does he look goofy? I mean, I know he's like
he
weird,
is.
but yeah,
he is goofy, girl.
Yeah, and even when I was watching the which is funny, I actually just started watching it like last week, the 90s show, the 90s Addams Family.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I just want to watch it. It's on Tubi. I love Tubi.
Yo, Tubi has
Tubi
the
for
best
fucking
shows
life.
and movies.
Back to the beginning when we're talking about Netflix, guys, like Netflix charges up the ass. They're so fucking expensive. I mean, I still pay for it, but I'm like, I barely use it because everything that I want, I can just stream it. I can fucking find it now. So, anyways, if you're trying to get rid of Netflix, get Tubi. It's absolutely free.
And they have the original Ranma half.
Yes. And I don't have an account. I probably should, because if you do create one up for free, then it saves your progress. I don't have one.
I have one.
That's smart. So sometimes I have to like keep track of it.
Yeah.
But they have such good movie selections too right now for spooky season.
They have
all free.
Really good like old movies.
And you can find old niche animes on there too as well.
Yes.
Really old niche animes.
That's where I watched Wicked City, actually. It was on Tubi.
Oh, okay, on Tubi? Yeah. Get Tubi. It's free. It's great. I don't even know if they have any, like, do you have any, like, like, extra fees you have to pay if you want to, like, up something, like a premium or something? Tubi Premium?
I don't know. I would think that they do, just because obviously people are always looking for alternatives so that they
But they probably
don't
make
need
money
to
off
watch
the
stuff.
ads.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, there should be, most streaming services have an ad-free version, but I don't ever recall being advertised to upgrade on Tubi, so they might not.
Yeah. They do have ads, so just keep that in mind, but you know what? You're saving $25 a month, so... And it's not bad. It's always at the perfect time where I'm like, okay, great, I can run and do a quick pee. It's intermission. But yeah, we love Tubi. So yeah. Oh my gosh. We're at the end!
We're at the end, guys.
Oh
that
my
felt
God,
like
so
the
sad.
quickest episode ever. Probably because we didn't go too deep into anything super plot heavy.
Oh my gosh,
But,
no, I
like,
really want to focus on the characters, because that really
Yes.
was the best part of the movie.
It was. And, like, listen, you guys should already have watched this movie at least once or twice in your life. Like, if you're young, it's always on the streaming services during spooky season. And if you're not young, it was always on cable. So, like, really, what's your excuse? You should watch it. But yeah, if you want us to recap, again, Adam's family, Gomez and Morticia, have a new baby. They got a homicidal nanny. She seduces Uncle Fester to try to get his inheritance by killing him and the rest of the Adamses. Pugsley and Wednesday go to summer camp. She has a summer fling with some nerdy boy named Joel. And they burn that bitch down at the camp, at the white supremacist summer camp, Camp Chippewa. And what ended up happening to Becky and Martin, aka the gay couple? I mean, I don't know if Becky knows Martin's gay, but I think everyone else does.
Yeah. The last time we saw them was at the end of the uprising at the fucking play. They were getting roasted. They were like tied on the stick.
Yes, they were spit roasting them. Yeah. With the apple in their mouths.
Oh my god! So they were getting roasted. And then yeah, the Addams family lived
happily ever after, you know, Debbie tried to kill them and was thwarted by baby Pubert.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we forgot to mention when
I didn't do
Debbie,
the grandma story. She was boring and she wasn't really much of a...
I'm dead. When baby Pubert turned, you know, when after Gomez got sick because Fester sent that postcard saying that he could never see the family again, and baby Pubert turned blonde.
And she's like, his blonde curls and rosy cheeks. And the grandma's like, he could become a lawyer, an orthodontist.
What's wrong with orthodontist?
I don't know.
Oh my god. And when, oh my god, he could become a lawyer. He's like, we never know what's next. Dimples, and then Gomez is like, not in this house.
I love how dramatic he is.
He's so funny.
He actually made me laugh. Like, he's so fucking hilarious.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so sad that this was his last movie before he died.
I didn't know that. Oh no.
Yeah.
Do you know the cause of death?
I believe he had cancer, and I think it was pancreatic cancer. I'm not too sure. I should look it up, but I believe it was. Apparently, he, from the time he got diagnosed and by the time he passed, he had deteriorated very quickly during the filming of this movie. So he was very sick on set, apparently, which was sad.
That is really sad because you really couldn't tell, like...
It was stomach cancer, sorry.
Oh my god. That is really sad.
Yeah. So this was the last movie that he was in that was released before he passed, and then his final movie was Street Fighter, and that was released after his death in 1994.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen Street Fighter. I don't know. Should I watch it?
I feel like it's one of those 90s movies that you have a lot of fun watching.
Oh.
Yeah. It's kind of like, just like those kind of mindless action movies that are actually really good. Kind of like Bloodsport, or if you ever watched any other Van Damme movie.
So you said it was Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Is it based off of, like, that
Video
arcade game? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll do it just for fun because it's a Sunday night. It's spooky season. It was raining. It was dark. And I just want to cuddle up and watch movies.
This is the perfect weather for that. It's been
Yes.
really rainy.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from Adam's Family Values, like, what are usually your go-to movies for spooky season?
Well,
Do you
I
have,
would
like, a tradition where you, like, watch the same
Yes,
shit every
so-
year? Yeah, same.
I'm annoying. Sorry, guys. Twilight. And then I love watching Bram Stoker's Dracula. That is, like, my favorite. It is,
I wanted us to do that movie, but it's so fucking long.
It is very fucking long. Yeah, yeah. And it would just be hard to, like, watch and take notes and then...
Yes, because
And you're
you get
pausing every 5
so
seconds.
enthralled.
Yes.
And, like, it's the kind of movie that you want to watch all the way through.
It's so good. I love Gary Oldman in that one. What else do I like? I love The Descent, which is what you got me into in high school. We remember that? We just had, like, one random night.
Yes.
We went to Blockbuster, rented a movie, went to your place, and every year I watch it because it is just so...
It's so
fucking
good,
good
like,
and creepy.
psychologically,
It
too.
is so good.
And, yeah, for somebody who's not... I'm not super, like, oh my god, like, the jump scares in that movie are legit.
Yes. Yeah. It was actually fucking scary, creepy. So yeah, I definitely always watch that every year. What's another one that I watch? I don't know. It's not coming to my head right now. How about you?
Well, Adam's Family Values is definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned this in a couple of episodes ago. I love watching Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I love The Descent as well. And John Carpenter's The Thing, which is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really?
Yes, I love John Carpenter's The Thing. I also love Alien.
Yes.
I was always under this like impression, or just never really liked sci-fi in the sense that it's like, oh, like space and aliens and whatever. But I realized, like, it's not that I don't like sci-fi, it's just that I like psychological thrillers in all forms. And the alien element of a horror movie is actually very interesting to me.
Yeah.
You know, in a way that something like, for example, Star Wars wouldn't be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, alien scary movies, yes. But, like, just, like, sci-fi movies for the sake of, like, we're out exploring the galaxy, like, Star Wars, Dune, not my vibe. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, I do try to watch Alien and The Thing whenever I can during spooky season. And Carrie.
Oh my god, it's so funny you said that. I actually used to love Carrie. I read the book when I was younger. I forgot which one I watched because there's so many different versions. I don't know. I don't know if it's the 80s one. I can't remember.
1978 Carrie, the one with Sissy Spacek.
Sissy Spacek. Let me look this up.
I have never watched any of other iterations of it. I tried to watch the one with Chloe Grace Moritz and Julianne Moore, but I am sad to say that I fell asleep while
Yes, I
watching
remember
it.
watching this one. It was this one.
But yeah, the OG Carrie
Yeah.
still gets. I love Brian De Palma, so Carrie, and even if you've ever watched Blowout with John Travolta and Nancy Allen, that one's really good.
That's a horror movie?
It's more of a suspense
Oh, okay.
thriller.
Okay.
And then Dress to Kill with Michael Caine
Okay.
starring in it. And of course, Nancy Allen is in it as well, because when is she ever not in a Brian De Palma movie?
Yeah.
But yeah, those are typically, if I had to recommend one over the other, because I know you haven't watched it yet, I think you should watch The Thing, because I think you.
Oh, I've seen The Thing. Yeah, I actually really like it.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
a
like
great
it.
fucking movie. The only movie that I've been trying to watch that I couldn't get into was The Fly, because the body horror is just too much for me.
Yeah.
It was too grotesque.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
I
hate
can't.
when things are slimy.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, and Phil really wants me to watch it with him, and I'm just like, I could tell, like, there's something about it. It's just too much.
It's
too much.
Gross.
Yeah, I believe that. One of my favorite horror movies too that I always rewatch every year is Jeepers Creepers. That one always fucking gets to me.
Jeepers Creepers too.
The second one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna rewatch. I'm going through my marathons. I might watch it tonight.
And Wrong Turn. That
Bitch, I was just about to ask. I'm like, Phil, you're gonna rewatch Wrong Turn with me?
That used to be like the quintessential, like, if you're ever gonna watch like a double feature or triple feature scary movie, for me in the early 2000s, it was definitely Jeepers Creepers, Wrong Turn, and the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the one with Jessica Biel.
Okay, then maybe I'll get into it, because I never got into Texas Chainsaw. Like, I remember watching as a kid, and I was like, I'm not into it.
Oh,
I feel like, I don't know, but
The Hills
also
Have Eyes. I watched that movie once. That movie
and I'll
grossed
never
me
watch
out
it
so
again.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so gross to me.
What a movie that I actually like. That's such a fucking classic, especially the first one, Scream. Like, it's so good.
Scream is basically the perfect slasher.
Yes. It's so fucking good. And also for a Korean horror movie, have you ever watched The Wailing?
No.
Watch it.
Japanese and Korean horror movies are on another level where I'm just like, you guys are doing too much.
It's really long. It's definitely like a horror suspense / thriller. But yeah, it's actually one of like my favorite Korean horror movies. I like that more because everyone tried to get me to watch Train to Busan or Busan.
Busan.
Oh, Busan. Couldn't get into that. I'm like, oh, it's just about zombies. Like, I don't fucking care
We
about
mean
that.
just zombies.
But watch The Wailing. It's actually really good.
Okay.
It's about basically this police officer is in this small town, and like there's like this disease that's spreading that eventually infects his daughter. And then there's like this new man that kind of moved into the town, and he lives up in the mountains by himself.
The disease?
Well, it's also like kind of slightly, I don't want to say spiritual, but like a little bit of fantasy. It's very, I don't know. I thought it was really cool. I think you should watch it. Also, have you ever watched The Ritual?
No.
Bitch, watch The Ritual. It's so good.
Is it about spirits?
Well, it's basically, it reminds me kind of the Blair Witch Project, where there's these group of men. I think there's 4 or 5, and they're all best friends. And they decide that they want to hike the woods, like this, like in the mountains, in this trail somewhere in Europe. I forgot where. But one of their friends dies, And so after he passes away, they're like, he wanted to do this. We're all going to do it in memory of him. So we're going to go fucking walk this trail, do backpacking or whatever in these fucking creepy, like these mountains in the middle of nowhere. I swear it's somewhere like, I don't know, like Sweden or something. And so they go and they're lost in the middle of the woods and they think something's following them. And it's really fucking creepy. And the ending gets a little bit weird because it kind of incorporates like Nordic mythology a little bit in the end. But anyways, it's really creepy for the most part, and it made me like put me on the edge of my fucking seat.
The Ritual.
Yes, Ritual and The Wailing, and then I'm probably gonna rewatch The Ring and The Grudge. I know. We gotta go back to the basics sometimes. Like, just go back to the originals.
You know what movie I haven't watched in a really, really long time that I love?
With
Have you ever watched Deliverance?
No.
Watch it.
Okay, Deliverance. Hang on, let me look this up. Why is Deliver Us from Evil coming up? This is the 72 one, 1972?
Yes, 1972. As you can tell, guys, I really do love movies from the 70s. It's fucked, Nicole. It's about a group of friends who goes on a camping trip for a weekend in the Appalachians, and they start kind of being like stalked and hunted by the local inbreds.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I want to find it for you. Fuck, I have to. So there's this woman that I started recently following on TikTok. And I feel so bad that I don't know her. I'm trying to find her Instagram account, the TikTok account for you guys. But basically, she has a TikTok where she used to. Okay, there we go. So she used to do house calls in the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh no.
Her TikTok is called Church of Chelsea. And she has a whole series, a house call series, and you guys should watch her. I will be getting ready in the morning and I'm listening to a couple of stories and she's like, I'm doing house calls in the Appalachian Mountains, and she's like, there's no GPS, there's no Wi-Fi, and she's like, I'm going out to do these house calls to these people that literally don't even have like running water and electricity, like they live in the fucking middle of nowhere, and I have to like use a map and figure out where I am going and know how to get out.
Maps?
And so I don't even know. I know.
I was like, that's a skill that I want to learn because I have no idea.
Yeah, and she was saying how she's like, if these people like needed like someone to come and visit them, like they would have to send mail. And so anyways, she has a couple of stories where they're fucking creepy because they're like in the Appalachian Mountains.
Nope.
And she was like, some of her stories are so interesting. So if you just want to watch like a couple of little TikToks before you go to bed or when you're getting ready in the morning.
Is she still doing this?
No, she's not doing it anymore. And she does have to like change the name of like the names.
The people,
and the
obviously,
people.
yeah.
Yes. But a lot of them lived off of the grid and didn't have any cell phone service. Yeah. And so she would have to just navigate herself with a compass to go out there in the middle of nowhere. And some of her stories are fucking creepy. Yeah, I was kind of like addicted to her. Church of Chelsea, yeah, so definitely check her out. But yeah, I guess
that's it.
I know, and now I'm gonna watch some horror movies.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna grab some takeout on my way home.
That's gonna be the perfect night?
Yes.
Hot Girl Sunday in October.
Hot Girl Sunday, spooky season behavior, guys.
Absolutely. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in for today's episode. It's nice again to just do an episode. Like I said, I love our guests, but it's nice to just be me and Winnie.
Yeah, talking shit as usual.
About the water signs.
Yes, I'm so sorry that you got slashings today, Pisces, but we're trying to help you. We really are.
Yes. So, yeah, with that being said, guys, make sure you give us a follow on Instagram. You can find us at Winestrology. We have our TikTok that is up and running. It's going to be at Winestrology Pod. And if you have any wine recommendations or topics that you want us to discuss on the upcoming episodes, make sure you give us an email. It's going to be hello@winestrology.com. And again, as always, love sipping wine and chatting with you guys. Have an amazing rest of your October and stay tipsy.
Stay tipsy.